little overcast again today. We left Anglesey this morning at about 8 o'clock, and we're heading along the ocean road towards, well, to Lorne first off, and then we'll probably duck inland up towards Dean's Marsh, around the forest and back down to Apollo Bay, which is our destination today. We're just travelling, cruising real easy along the Great Ocean Road at the moment. The traffic's very mild. Yeah, overcast today. Let's hope that burns off and it comes out to a nice day later on. Anyway, we better hit the road and keep moving. We're actually in Lorne at the moment. It's only about 8:30, and we were planning on ducking up through Dean's Marsh and around through Forest back around to Apollo Bay, but the road's been pretty quiet, bugger all traffic actually, so we might just keep moving along the ocean road with the van. I was a bit concerned about this section between Lorne and Apollo Bay. It gets a bit tight, but because there's not much traffic on the road today, I think we'll just plod along. Yeah, it looks like it might turn into a good day. Anyway, on the road again. We're just coming up the Cumberland River. Anglesey, Airport's Block, there is Inlet, Fairhaven, Eastern View, Big Hill and Cumberland River. That's where we are now. Still heading towards Apollo Bay. There's another quick stop. We're getting some things ready for lunch. We're going to whack them in the travel buddy oven. Just a couple of sausage rolls, and the sun's making a bit of an effort, but the wind's still hanging around. There's a quick stop off at Cumberland River. We've stayed here a few times before, not so recently, probably 15 or 20 years ago, but yeah, it's a nice little park right on the Cumberland River through a gorge here. And just walking across the ford now. This river has been pretty full at times. A while ago it flooded, like a long while ago, it flooded really bad. It was washing caravans underneath the road bridge over there. So yeah, it was pretty devastating. But we'll have a little walk through the gorge and have a look. Narrow here after Cumberland River. Just a little further along, we've stopped off at the side of the wreck of the Godfrey. We stop here quite a bit when we come through, but it's always good if you can get here at low tide, because that's when you can actually see pieces of the wreckage. Erected by the Country Roads Board, Wye River Camp, May 1930, I think, in memory of Captain Doble, Palace and the Godfrey, drowned off the ship WB Godfrey. March 1881 it looks like, or it might be 91, let me check that. Yeah, it looks like 1891. Pretty rugged coastline, any wonder the ship's got into trouble. little way past the Godfrey wreck, heading west. We're at Separation Creek. Another little seaside town, not huge. A lot of people seem to live here though, there's houses everywhere. Separation Creek. The view along here is never disappointing. It's a pretty spectacular drive. When I was young, spent a few pretty big nights in the Wye River Hotel. Now it's a long time ago though. The Wye River Hotel. We're at the beach at Wye River. It's lunchtime now. We just got some sausage rolls and a travel buddy which we're going to grab in a minute, and then we'll have a look around Wye River before we start moving further along towards Apollo Bay. Sausage rolls. G'day. As you can see, the sun's come out. Just spitting distance from Skeens Creek is a lookout called Evans Lookout. Just up the road that runs back to, where's this road go to? Yeah, back up to Colac or something like that, I think it is. Looking right over that way towards Apollo Bay. Right in the centre of the picture there. This is the, it's Evans Lookout. 1966, the 30th day of March 1966 this lookout was erected. Well, that's probably when it was officially opened. Yeah. In appreciation of the 37 years of service given by Mr. W.J. Evans. His contribution to road construction and works throughout the Shire. See, once again the afternoon's turned the weather on for us, hasn't it?
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's magnificent. This is the beach at Skeens Creek. And looking further west from Skeens Creek towards Apollo Bay. These things are all the rage around here, everyone builds them. I suppose either this or stacked up rocks, isn't it? Just up behind Apollo Bay at a lookout called Mariner's Lookout. So it'll walk from the car park. We're just going to head up there now. Can you figure it out? Another one of these good walks to a lookout, because it's uphill. And my thinking is, at least it'll be easy coming back down again. Geez, it's nice through here, isn't it?
Cool.
Oh yeah, temperature dropped about 5 degrees, I reckon. Had a bit of a lazy day today in the car, and now that we have to do some walking, got a bit of a puff up. This is the halfway mark. we're hoping.
3/4.
I wouldn't count on it. There's Apollo Bay in the distance. You can see the breakwater running out there in the bay, and the town behind it. Big bullens. Well, if you ever come to Apollo Bay, make sure you go up Mariner's Lookout. Check out this behind me. We can see back all the way back to Scoons Creek that way.
Are we there yet?
No, we're not there yet. We're still going.
Okay.
That's I think that's the Big 4 caravan park down there. And that's Apollo Bay, or as my man used to call it, Apollo Bay. A-P-O-L-L-A. But then again, he used to say a lot of words funny. Another view from Mariner's Lookout. We're just looking out over the Big 4 caravan park down there, and past that dark patch in the sea, 400 metres almost straight out there, is the wreck of the SS Casino. Now, I've got some drone footage of that from aerial shots, although at the moment it's tide's in, so if we come back when the tide's out and then did another flight, you might be able to see it a little better. But yeah, that's interesting. The SS Casino, 400 metres offshore at Apollo Bay. Morning. Another day in Apollo Bay. Really overcast today. I think it's going to be like that most of the day. Just a little bit along the Great Ocean Road from Apollo Bay, there's a place called Mate's Rest. It's a rainforest walk. And first thing this morning, we've headed down here. We're going to have a walk through there and have a little look. It's only about an 800 metre walk. Pretty easy. Mate's Rest visitor area, rainforest walk, 800 metres, 30-minute circuit, grade 2 easy, no steps, gentle slope. Sounds good for first thing this morning. Let's go. Bit fresh out here this morning. I think it's only about 16 degrees or something. Enjoy a walk through this stunning, cool, temperate rainforest. You are here Ancient Wonders Rest Point, Heritage Tree Lookout, the Hollow Tree, Mountain Ash Rest Point, Tiny Gems Rest Point, and another rest point. Lots of rest points. This sounds good.
It's been a big tree.
What's left of it?
Yeah.
Is that part of it down there, you reckon?
Yeah.
It's not that big.
The base of it is though.
The one behind you is.
Holy moly.
The size of the base on that tree. Michelle the tree hugger.
Oh, it's amazing.
Alright, let's get going because we'll never get it done if we stop and keep hugging trees. Lots of moss. Just walk through a cobweb. Another one. This is really beautiful. I reckon if you're in the area and you don't do this walk, you're wasting your time coming to places like this. This is absolutely beautiful. The walk's easy. There's a ramp all the way. As long as I don't fall off the edge while I'm filming. And first thing in the morning, nice and fresh. Even on a warm day, I reckon it'd be cool in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really nice. The only problem with walking through here first thing in the morning or early morning is you end up being the one that breaks all the cobwebs. Yeah. Coming up out of the gully now. The dominant species of tree in this part of the rainforest is a myrtle beech. This particular one's over 200 years old, which really isn't that old. Would have been here in 1820. What is that, lichen or mushroom or what do you call that? I don't know. Amazing. Hundreds of years old, this tree originally grew around another tree that later died and rotted away. That's why there's a hole through it. Reckon I've driven along this section of the Great Ocean Road, actually most of the Great Ocean Road, I don't know, heaps of times, dozens of times. And I've driven past this sign to Mate's Rest Rainforest Walk. And it's the first time I've ever stopped to have a look. It's amazing. Why wouldn't you stop and look at this?
There could be something in there.
I don't think there's anything in there.
Oh, I don't know. Could be a bat or
You'd
something.
pull a spider web out, would you?
Oh.
we're going back down again. There's a big mother of a tree. Looks like it came from up there. Oh, check that bird out. It's cheeky enough just to hang around. But as soon as you get a little bit close, he takes off. Yeah, that tree's been cut down, obviously because it was rotted out, hollowed out.
And I'm really tall, so it's a big tree.
Yeah. Obviously came from up here. And you wonder they had to cut it down. It's hollow.
Yeah.
Well, the base of it was anyway.
Look how long this one was.
Jeez. There's some big trees. So it was cut from up there. Looks like it actually fell, I reckon, and then they've cut that piece out to get the path through. That's what's happened. You just can't get over how big these bases are on this. Look how big that is. Massive. Well, that was Mate's Rest. Well worth a visit. Like I said, we've driven past dozens of times on the ocean road when we come down here. Never bothered to stop. That's well worth a look. From here on, we're heading down onto Cape Otway. We'll go and have a look at the lighthouse. And in the next few days, we'll be heading further around towards Port Campbell. We're staying currently at Apollo Bay. Today we've driven along here to where the star is at Mate's Rest. And we'll see back over here where we started, Torquay, started the Great Ocean Road. And that's the bird I got a couple of shots of. The yellow robin. Yeah, just cheeky enough to hang around. As soon as you got a little bit closer, like within a few feet, they jump another foot away. Just like my dog when they're playing ball.